Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals across Switch eShops covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. All of this is normally the more expensive video of the week, then being any price goes. It's honestly a pretty budget sale of this one where the majority they come in under $10 or your local currency. That said though, definitely not a bad thing considering we just had the super sale and that was a bank draining offense. So with that luck, hit subscribe, but join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. As always then, I do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards later in the video and two more to give away. To enter, all you need to do, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. Then if you are grabbing anything from this sale and want to save some extra cash, head to cornershop.gg and use code CORNER at checkout for an extra 10% off, and those are official eShop gift cards with instant email delivery. Of course then as well, the channel it gets a small kickback as well. FURI then, as it's the only game of the week not at least matching the low price, but we haven't seen that price since last year, and this game is going to be well worth this price as it's still rocking 65% off. It's also the lowest price we've seen so far in 2022. Now we did speak to this one not too long back, but it's an action boss rush experience that tasks you with escaping what is essentially an alien location by battling your way out. It's combining though hack and slash mechanics, tight gameplay and also gunplay at the same time. Expect to see bullet hell style in your opponents as well. Not an easy game, but it's incredibly well done, and it even has now accessibility options like invincibility, meaning it can be good for beginners if you want that. Overall though, it looks stunning, it plays great, the soundtrack is amazing, and it recently received paid DLC as well. I reviewed both the base game and that DLC, find those in the pinned comment down below, but just know if you do not watch those, I'm a massive fan. Green Howler then is super budget here with 90% off, that is matching the low, and as I said, I told you, this sale has been timed perfectly around the super sale, which did some serious damage. This one though, another challenging experience, but of the survival variety. I like this because it's not only challenges and that freedom to see basically how far you can get, but it even packs a story mode as well. Basically, you've head out with your girlfriend to meet a tribe in this location, but things go wrong. Now she is missing, and not only the environment wants to kill you, but the wildlife and the locals too. Definitely unique with things like full body healing, resource gathering, and even building. Very cool environment though overall, and they did a great job here getting it onto the Switch. Yes, it has a visual downgrade of course, but it still works. Find my full review in the pinned comment down below. Time on Frog Island then to lighten the mood, and this is here with 20% off, that is a launch discount. I did a preview of this one, I have a review actually lined up, but it's definitely different to what I expected. I thought it was going to be like a chill farm sim style of game, but instead it's more you're shipwrecked and you need to now help the local frog population to restore your ship. It can be quite obscure even with its direction at times, but basically you'll explore this small world and complete what is, I guess really, basically fetch quests. Just know though it can get frustrating as you try to translate the images that direct you to the next item. There's no actual dialogue in here, but it did definitely keep me coming back. Probably not going to be a good one for young kids though, that said, more challenging than I did expect. Not perfect overall basically, but still a fun enough distraction, and that would probably be my perfect description for it. A quick mention here then, last week I spoke to Mario and Rabbids, matching its usual at low price, and great strategy game that one that deserves its upcoming sequel. One thing I failed to notice though, the season pass is also on sale, but that is a new low price of 75% off, and that adds a Donkey Kong expansion, which alone is worth it. Be quick in the UK, EU or Australia though, as that expiry date for the sale, it's actually going to be the 17th. A quick shout out then to Red Deer Games, who were kind enough to sponsor today's video with their latest release, that is Mojito the Cat, a cutesy styled puzzle game that challenges you to help your kids or yourself develop those logical skills. Now I love this square shaped animals and there's multiple skins to unlock along the way, but the idea basically move through what is a grid based world, collect up that yarn and then reach the exits. It's built around 60 levels though, so a solid amount of content, which no doubt introduces a ramping difficulty, and then it's going to be taking you to a number of locations. Think a volcano, a desert, a garden, even a magical forest. I'm always a fan of puzzles that keep controls simple so you can just focus on the brain power side of things, but yeah, you can even ignore gravity as long as you find the right platform. In true Red Deer fashion as well, they launched this one with a massive sale, 80% off, so check it out if you want a puzzle adventure to play yourself or maybe one you can enjoy with the family. You'll find the eShop link in the pinned comment down below. Again then, look, a massive thank you to Red Deer. The support they show the channel, it's always incredible. Also, a last note in my opinion, they need to release some plushes of these characters. Just look at them, that is a prime opportunity. Okinama Rush then is back on sale, and while we've seen this price in the US and Canada before, it's actually a new low price for those of you in the UK, EU and Australia with 40% off. Now I'm a big fan of this one, an old school side-scrolling action platformer with for sure the challenge to match. It supports even local 2-player support, and then you'll have 3 martial art masters to choose from and kind of go to war. The idea though, a fight against the Black Mantis clan. Basically it's a fight for survival. Think here though, each character has a unique moveset, you have weapons you can parry for, almost a strategy spin to the combat. There's going to be boss encounters, and then even if you're not like keen on story, just jump into arcade mode and cut all that jazz out. Really enjoyed it myself, hopefully we do get to see a sequel. Foreclosed then is a cyberpunk third-person action adventure. I always give a warning with this one, like it's not perfect, if anything, style over substance, but at this new low price of 75% off, I feel like shortcomings are a lot easier to forgive. Now the story here though, you are on the run from the government who are essentially out to repossess your implants. Basically they own you in this world. My issue, it looks fantastic, but the gameplay, it kind of gets honestly a little dull. Basically my feelings throughout were the locations, they get a little bit bland, enemies they often become bullet sponges, and yeah, it just didn't keep my attention if anything. The visuals though, for a lot of people, they are so appealing, and I do get it, so that is why I do throw it in. You can check out my full review in the pinned comment down below. SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech then is here with 65% off, that's matching the low price. Big fan of this universe in general, you know, just out there characters, great sense of humour, fun line of games overall honestly, but this one just took things in the direction of the deck builder genre, did not see that coming, and it is just really well done. Between its selection of cards, so balanced turn-based battles and levelling up to a certain extent, I just have very few complaints in this studio. They continue to impress every single release, and as always, this one comes highly recommended. Rise of the Slime then, while I'm on deck builders, and look, honestly, not the best entry. It's not bad, but the reason I mention this one is it's easier than most, and when I played it, it didn't last me all of that long honestly, but it's for sure got that replayability you would expect of the genre. It is though overall the tried and tested roguelike formula, and yet as I say, reviews will no question be average, and I do agree, but what I do see here is a fantastic entry point for those curious to the genre that want to check it out but think with an easier difficulty curve. It's just kind of relaxed, and that's okay, and I do see a place for it for the right audience. It's got a new low price then, 40% off. Monster Sanctuary then is back, matching the low with 66% off. It's Pokemon influenced, and that seemed like a good shout out this week, given the fact Coromon releases later in the week. That is a game I've personally been looking forward now to, well, basically for a long time. What I like about this particular kind of spin on the genre though is it's Pokemon meets Metroidvania, and while I did doubt the combo at release, it absolutely worked and it seriously impressed. It's Team 17 though, who have been on a roll recently. The combat then, it's side-on tactical 3 versus 3, and you can even take those teams online for PvP battles with your friends. In total then there's going to be 111 monsters. Where the spin really works, so in most Metroidvanias you gain new abilities, then you progress. Here you actually use your monsters to do that progression, and it's just really good stuff. Wintermoor Tactics Club then is here, matching the lower 60% off, but we've not seen it on sale at this one since the end of 2021, and it's one I would personally consider a bit of a hidden gem. I would describe it as just having a good character to it all, as it's basically centered around high school and throwing yourself into what is a tabletop club, not dissimilar to something like think Warhammer. These battles though take on a life of their own, and before you know it you're actually drafted into what is a snowball tournament by your headmaster. It's got a ton of references to things like Harry Potter, but it's a strategic battle game with an emphasis on exploring the school and meeting this cast of 7 playable characters. It's just a unique blend of gameplay styles here that I enjoyed, and it released to little fanfare, and in my opinion it definitely deserved a little extra attention. The Sinking City then is a new low price of 85% off. It's a Lovecraftian styled horror experience. The gameplay, it's old school, somewhat clunky if anything, but the narrative and the world incredibly well realised, even if on occasion the Switch downgrade it can stand in its way visually. An adventure experience, so in an open world, think a whole lot of investigation, and you're trying to figure out what is happening with the paranormal force taking over this town. Now, if the name didn't give it away either, that is a sinking city. Before we do get to the final 3 games, and a quick mention for Annapurna Interactive, one of my favourite studios right now, and they have a massive sale on for those in the UK, EU and Australia. The discounts vary, as do of course the installer sizes, but nearly everything here is matching the low price. Think Telling Lies, the incredible FMV entry that can't be matched in the genre for me. I Am Dead, a puzzle, a gem in an isometric world set around a dead character trying to save his home. The Artful Escape, a musical-based platformer with a stunning visual style, or even Last Stop, a sci-fi narrative experience, or the controversial 12 Minutes. All of these, I reviewed them on the channel, find those in the pinned comment down below, but just go to the eShop, search Annapurna, and yeah, you'll see all the other discounts. They have like 16 games on sale right now, and in my opinion, you cannot go wrong with any of them. I'm nearly always going to be day one on any release they drop on the eShop, or any platform for that matter, because they honestly find absolute gold. Our first winner of the week then, Jeff, who went big on the super sale, and no doubt like many of us, so hopefully this more budget kind of focused sale helps you out. Creature in the Well as well, an absolute gem of a game. Congrats though, Jeff, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, there's a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. MLB The Show 22 to kick off the final 3 games of the video then, and this is actually my pickup of the week. That means, as always, I can't recommend it, never played it, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. I'm mainly grabbing this one, honestly, because I want to put together a top sports game list for the Nintendo Switch, but really, when it comes to gameplay, I feel like the name says it all. So yeah, look, it's baseball. It's probably the early cash-in, no doubt, with minimal changes, but we don't need to worry about that just yet because it is the first entry to hit the Switch. I played 21 on PlayStation, enjoyed it, and it is strange though seeing a Sony Santa Monica Studio games release on the Switch, or even any platform for that matter. If you do have it though on the Switch, let us know how it is in the comments down below. Really curious to see its performance, and it's a new low price here, 50% off. HunterX then is our penultimate game, and I've been playing this now for a couple of days, a budget Metroidvania, and it's a launch discount here with 15% off. It took me around 10 hours to get through the game, but yeah, I will say I've seen runs as quick as 6 hours online, but it's a bit of a budget gem, honestly. The story here, non-existent, but the combat is fast and fluid, the skill tree, it's nice and in-depth, and there's some great boss encounters as well. Can have some issues occasionally with hitboxes and platforming, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I've been having an absolute blast. In fact, I'll have my review live on Sunday the 17th, and I will link that in the pinned comment once it is live. Our second winner then, Roy, who's not found his interest peaked by Disco Elysium at this point, but it is a winner of a game in my eyes. Not going to do any more to try and persuade you here, but just look at the number of comments surrounding that game last week. Some of the best storytelling you will find out there. That said though, again, I do understand it's not gonna be for everyone. Congrats though, Ray, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Neon White then to close us out on this. It's one of my favourite games of 2022 so far. It's another Annapurna interactive release. Like I said, they just know gold when they see it, but it comes from the same dev of Donut County. This though, it does have a fuller team behind it to give credit where credit is due. A first person parkour action game, I cannot name another experience like it. The idea, not an easy one to explain honestly. You basically pick up playing cards, they act as weapons, but you can discard them for a secondary ability. So think a pistol that can turn into a double jump, or a machine gun that alternates to be a dash. It's going to be built for speedrunners, a huge amount of shortcuts in this world, and it has some minor slowdown occasionally towards the end game, but that cannot hold it back. Unique story as well of this one. You are a sinner offered a second chance at a stay in heaven if you do clear out demons that have invaded. It's packing a ton of story though, and context basically as well. You can actually go and have dialogue moments with each character around the world map. You will not regret this pickup though. It's a new low price, 20% off, and you can find my full review in the pinned comment down below. And that's the week down. Kind of a long video actually, but will you be adding anything to the library or holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember then, grabbing anything, consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop gift cards with instant delivery. You'll get 10% off at checkout with code Corner. With that then, like a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.